Let's get retarded. Ha! Let's get retarded in here. I just remembered that existed. That's amazing. That's my favorite part of the 2000s decade. That's my favorite. The best thing the Black Eyed Peas ever did was release they had a lot of hits off of that particular album, and that was one of them. But it was called "Let's Get It Started." They're like, "Let's get it started," which is it's a terrible song. It's a stupid trying to be a a club starter, a club banger or whatever, and say, "Oh yeah, great." Fucking women in their 30s will dig it, but the young people won't. It was just another one of those things, and I did know back then, very soon, because they said on the radio at late at night, they were like, "Oh, in the original they say let's get retarded," which I don't think I'd ever listened to until just recently, and I'm just so happy that so many people didn't know. I was just listening along, let's get it started. The original, let's get retarded. Let's get retarded in here. Let's get retarded in here. Oh, the best song of that decade. But the radio version, Let's Get It Started, is the worst song of the decade. So how about that? Anyway, I'm drinking a whiskey sour. I guess it's a proper one this time, because I've got the egg white in there. And I still don't... I cracked the egg open. There seems to be 3 parts of the egg. There's the yolk, there's the really drippy stuff, and then I guess there's the egg white, which is just the most watery substance in the egg. And I'm not... I was told this was going to happen, and it did happen, so I'm not disappointed or angry or anything, but they said that the egg white would cause foaming, and it sure as shit did, but it kind of gets me worried. That alcohol, it's like, oh, you're not... You're losing a bit of that alcohol when it gets mixed up. Oh, no. Oh, that's no good at all. So on the last podcast episode, I said something about that I was going to talk about something, and then I didn't, but I did do a bit, but now I'm going to do it even more, even though I don't want to talk about it. But I got a gun to my head, really. But it's just I just thought recently that, where's me notes? That it seems that if I guess this is what you do when when you turn 30, or even just before you turn 30. You think to yourself, boy, if I could be around in high school now, as I am now, things would go a lot better. I may take a bit more initiative, because if it seems like learning stuff is more fun as you get older, or when you're older, I'm starting to get into learning that whole thing. But I think it's just because you aren't forced to learn certain topics. You're choosing them now. You're just thinking, oh yeah, I like that, I will learn about it now. Rather than I'm going to learn something, but someone's choosing what it is for me. Oh, what do we have here? Some very obscure thing here. Oh, great. It's not what I wanted. So I guess that's a big difference between being in school and not being in school. I don't know. That just seems to be the way... I guess I've been doing something recently which is not exactly what I want to be learning about, but I was still sort of enjoying it, being I'm figuring this shit out. I'm looking into it, but I guess there's a certain independence that you get when you're fucking... you have no partner, you have no friends, you have no parents, you have no family, you have no nothing, and you can just and you live on your own, and you just decide what you want to fucking learn about before you die. It's all just I'm just killing time before I have to get to the next thing. That's what I'm doing right now. Although I'm fucking hungry, that's what I should be doing right now, is eating. But yeah, I guess that's but you just figure out which particular thing do you want to know about. Man, I should have talked about this last week. This has really shut it up. Man, fuck that. All I want to say now is that I'm so bored. I have an interest in other people's hobbies. I guess that's because it's about like collecting collectibles. I guess it's pretty fucked up. But I joined some. Sometimes I got to join Facebook groups because I'm selling stuff that I have no interest in, that I don't care about, and once I've sold the stuff, I'm like, well, I'll stay in the group and I won't even unfollow it. Like, it's just weird to see like the sort of crap people talk about, like stamp collection. Like, I'm in a group like that. Why the fuck am I reading their posts? Like, I guess I'm just seeing like what makes them tick. I guess. Why not? Like, I have no fucking interest in this shit, but so I don't really know why I'm looking at what they're into either, but I am. You know why I'm doing it? It's because I'm retarded. It's because I'm autistic. I'm just undiagnosed. I'm misdiagnosed. No, it's not ADHD, it's autism. Wait a minute, they're the opposite of each other. Yeah, that's a hell of a misdiagnosis. Another thing was like VHS tapes, which I'm trying to sell as well. I guess I have a bit of an interest in them, and in laser discs as well. That's all interesting to me, I guess. I'm kind of interested in the fucking history of home media. Home video. Very fucking interesting. That's how I'm going to spend my time. I'm not getting laid, so this is what I do instead. I just look up videos on laser discs, people's fucking laser disc collections. I'm going to go to the Facebook page right now. Oh god, I'm so lonely. Please, someone fuck me. Soon enough, I'm gonna get so bored, I'm gonna fucking buy a laser fucking disc and No, I won't do that. I don't want to I guess that'd be cool, but I'm not keen on collecting and collectibles. It's too much. Besides, like if I could just look at someone else's collection, like I feel like I'm just getting enough from that, and that's free. Just takes up my time instead. But hey, I got a bunch of fucking time. What else am I gonna do? Stick my hand up my ass? How about you stick your hand up my ass? Treat me like a puppet. I'll let you do it if you're hot enough. Don't even have to pay. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. I don't feel like I'm crazy for being interested in this kind of crap, and I guess people nowadays, the whole home media thing, it's interesting, isn't it? I just feel like an old head for still buying DVDs. Well, I guess I don't really. I will every now and again, like a DVD or Blu-ray. It just depends on if I'm like, yeah, cool. I don't think I'll spend more than $10 or $15 on this shit. I'll just do it. It's like I had a random thought recently. I'm like, I haven't seen Terminator Salvation since it came out in cinemas, and I remember liking it, but I don't know, everyone else hated it, so do I still like it? I don't know, let me check it out again. So I looked up the Blu-ray, it was $6, I was like, alright, I'll buy that. And now I gotta watch that shit. Oh boy, it's something I can do soon. And I guess, yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight, maybe? Probably not, nah, fuck that. Fuck that shit, mate. I'm gonna do a bunch of other stuff instead. Is that really it? Is that all I got to fucking dick about? Like, just having, like, obviously for a lot of people growing up in, like, a home media age, like, growing up in it, like, even being a kid, it's kind of, it gets instilled in you, and you become a hipster, and you start buying videotapes. You're like, hey, I'll start buying back all my VHS tapes that I used to get rid of. And then you have 100, and then you have 1,000. You're like, oh, God. Oh. And you're just hoping one day it will all just fucking collapse on top of you and kill you. That's the way to go. I have seen those VHS documentaries. Adjust Your Tracking, which is pretty cool. I felt like watching that. I was like, yes, it's cool. I like I share the enthusiasm in a sense, even though I'm not a collector myself. But I still thought like these guys are kind of losers. They seem like it. I just get the smell of it. I don't know. There's one guy in the documentary who's like seemed like a real dweeb. And I looked him up on Facebook for some reason. And now he looks like such a fucking Chad. I was like, what the hell happened? How much fucking whey protein have you been having? Dunking it down your mouth. Oh, I hope the same happens to me. I just want a fucking beard. That's all I fucking want in life. That's all I ever asked for. It's the only thing I ever asked for, and you didn't give it to me. Fuck bullshit. Everything else, but there's barely anything else. No, I'm just being spiteful. No, I will continue to be spiteful. Yeah, I don't really have much to say in this one, man, seriously. The only other thing I want to say, well, this is something I've mentioned in a few other episodes. Is it really necessary to do that after taking a drink? It's like, it's bad enough that you're sipping on a drink and making a bit of noise. I guess it's not a problem. But then afterwards, you just have to be like, people are like, what the hell? I just had a sip of drink, I just want to express my enjoyment of it. Oh, don't do it near my ears. Something that I have mentioned a few times is that I do stand-up comedy and whatever. I'm about to go to a show now, but like, I'm not even performing. Although maybe I will, I don't know. Hopefully, because last time I went there, not expecting to perform, and then just before I went up on stage, the guy asked me, do you want to go up? I was like, oh yeah, cool. So I went up like, oh, fucking trying to remember some shit. Oh shit, I gotta start rehearsing actually, goddamn. I do have one on tomorrow and the next day, so fuck. But yeah, I gotta say, it's easy. It's an easy thing to do, and that's why I do it. That's the main reason I got into it. That's for the love of the art. No, it's cool. I just need to kind of work harder at it. But it seems like, because I first got into it in like 2012, I believe, and it's a pretty terrible story about how I got into it. Oh god. But one of my friends, I remember, he told my parents, he's like, I'm gonna start doing stand-up comedy. And then when I heard it, I was like, yeah, I would do stand-up comedy too. You just said it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do the same thing. That sounds cool. So I started doing it, and then he didn't. I guess he never got into it. But I started doing it, then I stopped, and then I got back into it. And I wish I hadn't stopped. I guess the problem was that something that I thought was that like back then, I told myself I'm gonna stop doing it, but once I get my driver's license, I'm gonna go back into it, which is what I should have done, because it is a bit of a pain to like drive places. I mean, take the bus places and the train and everything. But I mean, it's not the biggest deal. Well, I guess it's less of a big deal now that like you can just, I don't know, listen to podcasts on your phone, even though you could do that back in 2012. But anyway, I did it for like only a year. I did like 10 shows and whatever, and I was like, yeah, it's cool. But yeah, I guess the problem that arose was that I wanted to get into filmmaking, which I'd been wanting to get into before then as well, but I was like trying to do it, and oh man, I think this ruined my life. I'm 60K in debt. I wasted my time. I can't get a job. Any jobs I can get are like crumbs of work that I can like just lick off the ground. It's not good. So yeah, I've wasted my 20s. I'm a failure. No, but I'm just kind of on. I feel like I have wasted my time and it hasn't gone well. Like in film class, it goes well for like, I don't know, 10% of people seem to get a job out of it. Like, I think well, I'll tell you what. A lot of people that I've worked with and studied with over all these years, over these decades, I don't see a lot of them kind of coming out with shit, Not many of them are like, I have a film. I mean, none of them are. None of them have one. So, I mean, some of them are working on shit, but I don't know. I'm looking around and I'm just like not seeing a whole lot, myself included. It seems like, yeah, even people who said like they were going to do this thing and that thing, they ended up not. So yeah, it's a bummer. And I guess I'm still into filmmaking. I do like to do it, but I guess the issue is that that I tend to do it on my own. Like, if I have a sketch idea, I can just shit it out and get it filmed. I have a fucking GH4 that I bought recently with and I bought a mic as well for it. And I barely know how to use it. Like, I know how to record. I know how to take the lens cap off, but yeah, everything else is a bit I mean, I guess I'll start to learn it a bit more, but just trying to figure shit. I mean, I should be looking at it because it doesn't work too well with low lighting. Like, not too well at all. So, someone tell me how to deal with that shit. Because it, like, loses frame rate, it seems. That's what it looks like when it goes into low lighting. I'd like to get that shit sorted. Yeah, I gotta learn this crap. God damn, I suck with hobbies. I suck. I buy. It's just like guitar. Like, I buy a guitar and I still can't play it. That was like 2 years ago. Oh, fuck me. I was just like, I don't know. It feels weird. This was a childhood dream of mine that got shot down when I was young, and I'm trying to get into it now. But nah, it's all over. It's all fucking over. Stand-up comedy is the way to go. All you need is a car and a few jokes and try and get it out. And that will probably die in a few years' time, so I don't know. But it's fun, and it's way more fun, and it's way more rewarding. Way fucking more. The whole fucking film business, like, even if you're making like a short film, and not even like a proper short film, just getting together with friends and filming something, what a fucking effort it is. I mean, you know, you gotta come up with an idea, you write it out. That's kind of the easiest part, really, and it's still not fucking easy. You gotta organize everyone together. You can't just be like me, I'll try and organize when to film. But if I want to film, I can. If I'm just have an idea and I'm like, well, I'm at home, I'm not doing anything else, all right, I guess I can do it. Shoot it, edit it, upload it, get the banner done for it, everything. But yeah, with friends, yeah, it's a bit different, so you gotta, and I can play different characters of mine, like, fucking easy. So, I guess the problem is having more than one person in a shot. That's still easy to do, unless they're like making out then, or interacting with each other in some kind of way, that's difficult. So yeah, getting people together, and also knowing these people, having people around. I mean, I guess that's one of the big things about doing film class, is that, you know, I guess that's what you're supposed to do, meet them and film with them. I don't think I've ever done that. I've never like filmed anything on the side with people that I've met in film class at university. Only, well, just my friends, basically, essentially. But yeah, you know, you got to know those people first. But you got to have friends. You got to know them. It's like, oh God. People who have the same enthusiasm, preferably, but you don't have to, that they get your idea and they get what you're trying to make, first of all, that they can do it well, that they can all band together, you know, all get together in a group huddle. Yeah, so you got to organize it together. You got to get it shot, this, that, and the other. Effects, costumes, sets, you know, settings. Getting, you know, I guess getting a camera is easy enough. I mean, you can shoot it with your phone or whatever, but then you need sound, and that's something to consider. Yeah, then shooting it. Shooting it's one of the hardest things. I guess no. Well, the hardest thing is the organization of the shooting. Then shooting it itself is difficult as well. Well, no, I guess it's not. Once you're all together and you have all the things, no, it's pretty self-explanatory from there. And then I think post-production's pretty easy. But if you come into issues in post-production, like you need to reshoot this, oh God, you got to organize it all over again. Oh, fuck me. So production principal photography of your stupid 5-minute film is the hardest part. Preparing it. Once you're all together in the park, in a public park, with a bunch of fake blood and your script in hand, and a camera, it's like, oh, we need to recharge the battery. Oh, fuck me, losing light. You get all that done just to make a 5-minute video, and then you edit it, you make it, you put the music on it. It's all fucking all whatever. I'm talking about just the basic simple shit. And then, God forbid, you're fucking dealing with a crew and money and a Kickstarter and this and that. You're renting out a red camera. You got professional actors, I guess. they're like, I am an actor. You got all that. You have a cinematographer and a cameraman. Well, you probably wouldn't have that. That would hopefully just shoot it. this, that, catering, all this bullshit, all of that. Like an editor, a colorist, rendering it, all that bullshit. And I guess maybe with that, like making sure, you can't use anything that's copyrighted. So all of that, then you finally make it, you put it up online for free, or you just take it to festivals, this, that, or whatever. No one gives a shit. No one cares about you stupid. You put it up, you're going to get 10 eyeballs watching it. That's it. No one cares. If you do stand-up comedy, like maybe you perform in a room in front of 5 people, or maybe 50. Maybe you could you don't even really need to work your way up to 50. I mean, I think 100 even. I'm pretty sure, I've performed in front of 100. Maybe. Or maybe close to 100 if you get like a pretty good room. No, I think the Comedy Lounge seems to seat 100. Yeah, I would say close. So yeah, and I don't know, maybe 10 are laughing. I don't know, but at least they're watching it, engaging, and maybe they're laughing, and it's immediate. It's immediate. You're right there. You're like, here it is, and they immediately give you a reaction. There's nothing else that needs to be done with it, aside from an agent coming out being like, that was hilarious. I'd like to sign you up for a $20 million Netflix deal where you'll do 70 stand-up shows for us over the next 5 years. And you're like, hell yeah, I'm going to do that shit. It still doesn't happen to me. What the fuck? All I've had is people come up being like, I want to book you for to do some stand-up specials for Stan. And I'm like, fuck off, you Stan people. No one's going to watch it on there. No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that, especially since I have Stan for free. Well, I shouldn't be using it, but I do anyway. Oh no, I'm going to get fired. So yeah, that's what I fucking think about filmmaking. Yeah, I mean, look, I just uploaded a video right now. Let's see how many views it has already. Probably has 0. Oh my god, it has 3. Oh, see, I put all that effort in. I filmed it like weeks ago, and I've only just uploaded it. That took me like the whole to film it and to edit it and to make a banner for it as well took about a collective 40 minutes. Bloody hell. Yeah, that's some crazy shit. Anyway, yeah, I'm still into filmmaking. I still like films. I used to be more into criticism. Oh, I think that kind of fell apart as well. Oh god. I can't do everything, for fuck's sake. I probably should though. But I guess now I'm more into stand-up, I guess. I don't know, I'm still trying to write feature films, but I think in terms of like making a short film, there's no fucking way I'm doing that unless it's a comedy. I'm not putting together a fucking drama short film that's just some fucking nebulous, vague, shitty style piece. Some stylistic directorial demonstration video masquerading as a short film. It's about nothing. It has nothing really going on. It's just like, and it's probably more the like cinematographer's show reel at this point. Short films in general. I mean, what's up with all these filmmakers making short films? When's the last time you made a short film? I mean, when's the last time you watched a short film? Huh? No one. This isn't fucking like the 1910s. There's no one making short films. Like, even. Like I say, it is literally just a thing you make as like a proof of concept, so someone can look at it and go, oh, yeah, I think you got like good composition and there's an interesting premise here. So maybe we could like get a feature film out of this. That's really all a short film is. They're bullshit, so don't watch them for the most part. Even good directors, sometimes put out a short film like, hey, look at this, and it's just like. Even you're not doing well with this. It's like a lot of the time when I watch films, what are they called? Films that are made up of a feature film, but really it's like made up of a bunch of short films. I watch it and I think, yeah, this sucks. This is bullshit, especially if they're made by like different directors. I think maybe the best one I've seen... I think the Ballad of Buster Scruggs was like a good one. That was a good one where each short film was good and enjoyable and was a little bit different from each one. it kind of added up to something or the other, but it was cool. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but anyway, fuck all this. Fuck film, fuck stand-up comedy, fuck being creative, fuck being an artist. Just sit back and watch shit. Just watch TV, just watch Netflix. It's good. I'm not kidding, it's good. Man, I'm so hungry. I don't want to finish this shit up. Oh god, I got so much fucking bullcrap on the... Oh god, what else have I sold then? What else have I cocksuckingly sold? I think I sold another DS game, GDA Chinatown Wars. God damn it. I think I already said this, but I was playing it again, like going through it, like, hey, it's fun, you know. And I finished the game and everything. I finished it ages ago, so I have like all the missions that I can just do again. But then something happened to the game, and it like restarted and deleted, you know, everything. And I was like, oh fuck this. I turned it off and I'm just like, whatever. And then someone bought it recently, so that's done. And my Nintendo DS, which it's understandable that people, because you can't really emulate. I'm sure you can. Nintendo DS games, I'm sure you can. But you know, you need a tablet, a touchscreen of some sort, obviously. But yeah, someone came around. They were really young, like 13, I don't know. Came around with their dad, and I was like, yeah, the new generation. Yeah, they're into the older shit. It's like when you're like in your 50s and you grew up with Black Sabbath and you hear about 13-year-old kids nowadays listening to Black Sabbath. You're like, yeah, that's right. None of this Kanye bullshit. None of this Ed Sheeran or Gwen Stefani or Justin Bieber. Yeah, you listen to the real fucking music. Like, yeah, great. I don't know. I'm not trying to shit on Black Sabbath themselves, but yeah, it's not my thing. I'm sorry. Whatever. I listen to like a lot of what I think is good music, but I'm like, I seem to like this more than the classics. Like, I listen to some random band and I'm like, I guess I like these people more than the Rolling Stones. Hey, I'm not listening to the Rolling Stones right now, so I must like this band more than them. Yeah, so there you go. Fucking whatever. I sold my Wii. Yeah, I sold my Wii. Fucking finally. So many people kept asking for it. I hate on this Facebook Marketplace. Like, people would be like, hey, is this available? And you're like, yeah, when are you available to come pick it up? And then they're like, ooh. They never get back to you. Fuckers. And then someone else asks if it's available, and you're like, I don't know. I don't know. So that sucks. I'm glad this is all starting to finish. Halo 3 Special Edition. Oh, man. I remember when that came out, and I didn't get to EB on time, it seemed. Because they had, like, the Legendary Edition, which was, you had, like, Master Chief's head, and I had the game in there. It was like, yeah, it was his head. And I was like, oh, man, that would have been so cool. But I don't think I've ever even seen that in real life. But instead, I got the other special edition, which just has some other things, and it's just in a different thing. You know what? I'm really regretting. I'm regretting not. Oh, man, I wish I'd bought the actual... some clothing... prints. I forget what these things are called. I had to look them up, and now I've already forgotten what they're called. But like the things that you attach to your jacket, whatever they're fucking called, the prints. I forget what they're called. Fuck it, I don't care. I have a jacket, but I'm not attaching emblems to it. You know, a tool shirt and a taxi driver shirt that I have that were like kind of small. I mean, I'm glad I got rid of them. I'm glad I'm getting rid of some shirts. Please buy this shit off me, folks. I just sold today an Eminem poster that I had for the longest time. You know what? I actually regret giving it away. Oh, man, I could have hung that up, have Eminem there, fucking when he was like in his mid-20s and like showing off his his gut, his six-pack. He looks reasonably like toned there. But, yeah, I don't know. I've always thought that poster was kind of gay. But, I feel bad. I got it as a present. But that was, like, more than half my life ago, so I kept it around. And and now it's gone. I swear to God, I've already talked about so many of these. I don't care. No one's listening. A Star Wars Obi-Wan toy where... This is back when Episode 1 came out. It's an Episode 1 toy. So it's just like a little toy. You can stick a lightsaber up their ass and make them twirl around and all that kind of shit. It was that. My dad bought it when it came out. And he was like, I'm going to keep this in the box and sell it later for even more than it was worth. So those sort of things depreciated in value after, a certain amount of time, and then slowly appreciated value again until it's as much as it was initially. Just like I saw it in that TV show How To with John Wilson, where he has like a bunch of Matrix toys that he kept in their containers, and he was like, he was thinking back when it came out, like, I'll sell these for a lot of money. And he looks them up on eBay, and it's like, they cost as much as what I paid for them. That's a great fucking show, by the way. Everyone's got to watch that shit. I want to watch it again. Fuck, I'm going to do that when I get home. Later tonight when I'm drunkenly driving home. So yeah, my dad's an idiot. He kept them, and he did the same with The Hobbit. He has a Hobbit toy, which I haven't sold. God damn it, someone buy it off me. It's Gandalf, but I don't know, he just didn't take good care of them, and both of them, it seems, kept in the garage, but the garage has like a back area, so the sun was like shining on it, like just about every day. So they've been sun damaged, not a whole lot, but the color out of the box is like not too good. What I should have done, what I can do with the Hobbit toy now is like up the color on the photo so that it looks better. And then someone comes over like, oh, it looks a bit the color in the box looks washed out. I'm like, no, it isn't. I don't know. So like I got a lot of videotapes off my parents, like all of the videotapes they have. I'm like, you don't have a VHS player anymore. You don't need these. And they're like, yeah, cool. So they gave me those, and they also gave me all their Frasier DVDs. I'm like, cool. My parents have like watched the fuck out of Frasier, but they don't seem to like DVDs. They're like, they just throw on the TV, and it's like, fucking hell. I kind of get like sometimes they record something on the DVR so that they can skip through the ads later, but I'm like, I got a better idea. You can just stick the bloody DVD in, or they could get Stan, which has all the fucking episodes. It has all of Seinfeld, I believe. It has all of this, that, and the other. Like Stan is cool. I shot on them earlier. Nah, fuck that. They're better than Netflix, in a sense. Netflix has better exclusives, of course, but Stan does have like all the old British shows. So good on him. The old British comedy shows. But once they get something, they don't remove it. Like, yeah, I noticed like they just. Everything that I added to my list didn't disappear. It's like, oh, it's all still here after like all these years. Netflix is just like, we're getting rid of this, we're getting rid of that, we're getting rid of this and this and this, and you're like, oh, fucking hell. Every time you add shit Netflix, you just get, it's like you don't have enough storage, so you have to get rid of something else. Well, fuck you, Netflix. I'm glad I don't pay for you, and I don't pay for Stan either. I don't pay for anything. Except for sex. So, the Godfather trilogy, which is on Stan. I think it's on Netflix as well. Fuck, I don't know, man. It's always changing. Fucking hell, fuck all these cunts. The Godfather trilogy on VHS. I sold to some guy who's like my age, probably younger. And he picked up Life of Brian on VHS as well. So, yeah. Yeah, whatever. People just have their fucking VHS fetishes. They got all that going. Which is understandable, and I'm not even jerking off to the videotapes. I'm jerking off to them jerking off to their videotapes. I'm the fucked up guy here. So I'm even more messed up. Yeah, so I think that is it. I made $14 selling all of that. I'm fucking rich. Nah, like that Eminem poster, like cash in hand. I got the $20, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's 2 pints. Yeah, I don't know. I should probably ask for that back. I'm kidding. But it'd be funny if I did. I was just like, hey, can I just buy that back? He's like, no. I'm like, all right, look, I'll give you $40 to get it back. I'll pay you double. I mean, who knows what would happen from there? I don't fucking know. Anyway, oh god. That's like 3 months worth, I think, of like selling stuff, or 2 months worth. And I'm starting to not do it as much just because like people just don't buy my shit anymore. Some fucking guy was like, "Oh, I'll buy all of your Xbox games, the remaining ones you have." I was like, "Fuck yeah, all right, payday." But then something happened. Then he was like, "Oh, sorry, I didn't get back to you. I was caught up north all of a sudden, and there's no internet there." And I'm like, "God, what fucking middle age are we living in?" But anyway, hey, when he want to come around, he's like, "Oh, can you take a photo of your games? I want to take another look." And I'm like, "I did that." And he was like, "Fuck yeah, man." And he was like telling me, he's like, "Yeah, I've got these games." I'm like, "Okay, cool, I don't care." But then he hasn't gotten back to me, so fuck. Seems like I missed out on that shit. Oh, whatever. No, not whatever. This is bullshit. What the fuck? Don't get me all wet and then don't jerk me off. You gotta make me come, damn it. Come on that $50 bill. Anyway, thank God for Facebook Marketplace. I'd be way poorer without it. God, how much money would I have? Fucking hell, man. I'm so glad I got a job recently. Working at a fucking bar. I'll probably get fired, honestly. Let's get fired. We don't like your face. I'm like, you know what? I understand. All right, well, fuck all this. I gotta get a bite to eat. Fuck this. This has been the David Morgan Brown Experience. Yeah, brother. Oh. That's what I sound like when I fuck you in the ass in prison. You turn around, get a big dick up your ass. If I was fucking you up the ass in prison or out, I've got a medium-sized dick, so you'd be like in a medium-sized amount of pain. So that's okay. This is episode 31. It is 7:15, the 18th of the 8th. And I'm out of here. I'm fucking hungry.